thank you very much for all the communities out there, both in the Philippines as well as global. You know, we've been reaching a lot of audience in New Zealand, Australia, even the United States, and even London. I was so surprised because I got a lot of feedback. But nevertheless, today we're going to talk about market trends for 2025. And alam nyo ba ngayon, today, I was so privileged to have this guest natin who was our guest keynote speaker as well, one of the three, to talk during our general membership meeting of the PCCI Quezon City recently in Novotel. And I was so struck because of his trend. And in fact, I did apply what I learned immediately, and voila, you know, I got some para bang ano ba nangyari? Biglang nagkaroon ng miracle. Not parting of the Red Sea though. But anyway, let's not stop this man who is a professor, by the way, a part-time professor of University of Asia and the Pacific, who has been in consumer research for a long, long time. And let's now hear Mr. Jay Bautista. Jay, thank you very much for allowing us to catch you during this time.
Good morning, Sir Butch, and to all your followers and communities all over the world. Gandang umaga po. I'm very happy to be part of this episode.
More to come. More with the trends, Jay. Jay, tell us about Kantar. Ganong katagal na ba ang Kantar? At ano bang ginagawa ng Kantar?
So Kantar is a market research company. We operate in more than 60 countries around the world. Our home base is in the United Kingdom. There are several business units in Kantar. I'm with the media company of Kantar, and I oversee the Philippine market. So we do a lot of research among consumers, marketers, and in my we also focus on media trends, what's happening in terms of how people consume media nowadays, particularly in the area in the era of digital. We also look at differences among generations. Now, how do boomers consume media versus Gen Z and millennials? So it's a very exciting field. I've been here for the last 30 years or more. And I think you know, it's something that I'd like to do until I retire, probably.
Yeah, but Jay, that's true. I agree. It's an exciting job that you have. You know, it's more like, you know, seeing the environment, the changes of environment, both in different aspects or layers of the society. You know, so in your years of experience, how do you see now the 2025 ba? Talaga bang nagbago tayo agad, or mabilis ba yung pagbabago from the year 2000 to year 2025?
Well, the most drastic changes happened actually after COVID. So the last 5 years have accelerated a number of trends, which we will be discussing during this blog. So particularly in the media area, the COVID event actually accelerated a lot of digital transformation around the world, affecting marketers, consumers. In the Philippines in particular, nung nagkaroon ng pandemic, and nag-shift bigla overnight to work from home and e-learning, a lot of Filipinos had to struggle, particularly our countrymen sa probinsya, rural areas. You know, we saw the news. Mga estudyante had to climb trees, go up mountains to get signal and really get into the classrooms. There was a mad dash to get connectivity. People were fighting over internet connection. There was a change in the TV landscape when ABS-CBN had to shift from traditional broadcast to digital. So it's been a very fast and furious last 5 years.
Last 5 years talaga.
Yeah.
Oo. Fast and Furious, I would say, I would agree with that. Talagang para bang bumilis ang takbo, you know? Parang gulong ng palad ay bumilis ng bumilis, no? Ano bang kabuluhan talaga, Jay, ng market trend when you talk about market trend?
So within Kantar, all the divisions, our consumer, our retail and media division, every year we we sit down, we collate all the research across the different countries in the world, and we look at commonalities and we look at trends, and we try to at least provide an outlook to our stakeholders of what to expect in the coming year. So, and then we publish this in a white paper like the one we're showing on screen.
Mhm.
So for this year, we identified 10 marketing trends that will impact marketers and consumers around the world.
Okay. So let's go to the number one. Yan yung sinasabi mo eh, no? The voids to total video. Why number one? Why is this so number one? The total video that you're saying now, planning to increase their investment on TV streaming. Bakit
Yes.
nagkaganon?
For the longest time, all over the world, people were in love with their television set. So we've uh, we've actually developed habits na, I go home at certain time to watch my favorite show, etc., or even record it. Again, with the pandemic and the increase in connectivity, we've seen a shift from traditional broadcast TV to streaming. No? So we've seen how companies like Netflix, YouTube, etc., have increased their subscriber base in the last 3 to 5 years. And that's affected how marketers are distributing or employing their communication strategies. And in our study last year, 2024, we saw that marketers were planning or were saying that, given the value of video as a touch point to consumers, 55% of global marketers said that they were planning to increase investment in streaming platforms in 2025.
So in other words, Jay, they would want to have more and more streaming rather than posters, pictures, or so para bang nangyayari ngayon dito, hindi na yung regular time na by 7 o'clock I have to be home because I have to watch this TV program. But now, with the live streaming, para bang it's all at the flick of the finger of the consumer. Ganun ba yun?
Yeah, it's now an on-demand culture where people watch what they want when they watch it. And the marketers are actually they have a slogan, let's follow the audience. So wherever the audience is, whether they're on their mobile phone, laptop, tablet, or even traditional TV, which is still very popular among the older generation, they need to make sure that their communication strategies align with how consumers are behaving when it comes to video content.
No, so again, that's the reason why we keep seeing a lot of streaming videos nowadays, no? Social media needs to up its game. Totoo ba ito na talagang ngayon para bang the social media is now the main source talaga ng, of everyone?
Well, yeah, especially with the younger generations, if you talk to Gen Zs and millennial, they spend more than 5 hours a day glued to their screens, no, on average. So there are some kids I know that, almost 10 hours or more. So definitely the attraction to the mobile screen and social media is very apparent among the younger generation. Even Gen X and boomers are also glued to the screens. But what's happening is while consumption is increasing, the attention deficit is also increasing. The study that we had last year showed a remarkable decrease. Now, about 10%, more than 10% of consumers say that, the ads online don't capture their attention that much anymore. So
Ah,
there's now a strategy among marketers to look at other strategies. And one strategy is the use of video. If you use video as a stimulus with your communication, mas mataas yung chance that the consumers will pay attention. But not just video, the study found out that if you want to catch the attention of Gen X and boomers, video communication has to have humor. Pag walang humor,
oh,
yung Gen X and boomers will not pay attention. Pagdating naman sa younger generation, the Gen Z in particular, they need to have music as part of the video communication. So marketers need to be very innovative nowadays when it comes to social media advertising to make sure that they have the right execution to get the attention of consumers.
So basically, well, you said adding humor, creative, music. So it's really getting to know who your audience you're targeting. Ganun ba yun?
Tama kayo, sir. So, hindi na sapat yung basta algorithm lang ang sinusunod na ano, porke nag-search ako ng isang product, papadalan mo na ako ng ads. You need to understand the different aspects ng consumers, what are their interests, what are their values, behavior, etc. And look at all that in totality before you engage them with your marketing communication. Otherwise, they'll just push the skip button, the close button, or totally ignore your advertising.
Or just keep on
Oh,
scrolling up, or
and
just, they don't get. But, span of attention, a lot of people are saying the span of attention is now getting shorter and shorter. Ano ba nakikita mo ngayon? How long or how short, as we say it, is the attention ngayon ng mga viewers?
YouTube and Facebook have reported, no, based on their data. YouTube, I think, is saying the average of attention span lang for ads is 6 seconds. And the
6 seconds,
sa
6 seconds.
YouTube. And then sa Facebook, they're saying 3 seconds lang. So, if you don't catch their attention at the first few seconds, yun, tama kayo, sir. Magsuscroll na lang yung tao, magsiskip, or i-close na yung ad. So, that's how low the attention of consumers are nowadays when it comes to social media advertising.
But in your experience, Jay, years ago, in the past, okay, recalling the historical, how long was it before? Was it?
Pagdating dati, sir, sa television, when I started my career, nasa 60 seconds yung attention span of consumers when you talk about television commercials or radio commercials. Dati nga, and I'm sure you can relate, when people watch boxing shows, di ba? Mas mahaba pa yung commercials versus the round. 3-minute round, and you'll have 15 minutes of commercials in between. But people were paying attention.
Correct.
To the screen. But nowadays, it's changed. No? The consumers know that they have the power to scroll, to skip, to close an ad, and that has made it more difficult.
Is it more of the instant gratification that the consumers are looking for? That I want this. You can satisfy me the few seconds out, or I'll stay with you. Ganun ba yun?
Yeah, yes, sir. We have anecdotal research where there are two mindsets when people are online. So one mindset is what we call a lean back mentality, meaning you're relaxed, chill ka lang, you're browsing. Pag naka-lean back yung consumer, mas mas open sila to getting marketing communication messages. And then there's the mentality of lean forward. That means I'm working, I'm doing research, I'm focused, I want to do something, I'm looking for a particular information. Pag naka-lean forward ako, I look at advertising as intrusive. So nakakainis, it is disturbing me. So you need to understand when the consumer is leaning back and open to advertising, which is what we have pag nanonood ka TV or nakikinig ka radyo, you're relaxed. So mas accepting ka. Pero when I'm leaning forward, I'm doing something and you intrude, sisingit ka, then that's when the attention span becomes very short.
Wow, the audience behavior, no? Okay, so yan tandaan natin naku, 6 seconds. It must be challenging for people who are in marketing, people who have agencies. They must be cracking their heads,
Yes, sir.
How do I give that message in 6 seconds to reach the target market? Ganun ba yun?
Yes, sir. Kaya video is becoming a popular medium, and then the use of humor and music to really grasp the attention initially para hindi na bumitaw yung audience sa iyo.
Wow, it must be challenging in our age now, Jay.
I can imagine the creative agencies really stressed out.
Totoo yan. It must be stressful for a creative agency. But then, you come up with the juices of creativity, and people managing creative agencies, they must really be churning out a lot of brainstorming. I mean,
yes, sir.
In order to be competitive, di ba? Ganun mangyayari yan, di ba?
Totoo yan, sir. Which is why we still see a lot of ads being placed online because of The creatives are really trying to understand the consumers and are able to innovate. Of course, the other strategy of marketers, which is also debatable, is the use of unskippable ads. So
Uh-huh.
so you cannot skip that. So you're literally forced to watch the 15 seconds or the 30 seconds. So
Oo,
that
yun nga nahalata ko sa mga television ngayon eh, no? Para bang biglang, pak, you cannot skip.
cannot skip
Story ka
that.
na lang. But again, some social the platforms are now offering premium,
Yes, sir.
which
Correct.
you
So
pay. No, you
that's one.
pay for that, right?
So that's the
Langang,
other
oh,
that's the other consequence of too many ads online. Maraming tao na yung willing to pay to have no ads, or merong tinatawag na ad blocker software which you install and it actually makes sure na hindi nakakapasok yung advertising while you're online. So
mm,
so for some people, if they have the resources, magbabayad na lang ako so that I don't see ads.
I notice also, Jay, like when I open in the morning, the news, habang binabasa mo, biglang, puk, meron gumagano, no? Ang
Uh,
dami. Hindi mo na alam kung ano yung binabasa mo. And all of a sudden, you realize you're being transferred to another advertising gimmick. Para bang, oh, ano ito? Bakit pumasok? Di ba?
correct.
So, ang
Yeah.
daming advertisement talaga ngayon. Talagang para bang sinasaksak lahat ang
Mhm.
advertisement doon. No? So, yun ang ano natin doon. So, again, the third one is actually, but how can Kantar help ba talaga on this? Like, if I'm in a creative agency, this thing, does your outfit really help in terms of an entrepreneur needing your assistance, for example, in this data?
Yes, sir. So we have our consumer division have services that allow you to do studies about your target market so that you can understand their behavior. And then if you have advertising, we can test your ads before you actually pay the platforms and execute them so that you have an understanding. Makiklik ba to? Will it get the
Mm-mm.
attention of the audience? So we have several consumer research products that allow clients, whether SMEs
Mm-mm.
or big companies, to really understand and prepare.
Oh, so kasi you're trying to, minimize the trial and error. No, I mean, medyo mahal na if you do it and then you realize you don't have anybody like Kantar assisting you. I mean, like guiding you along the way, especially in the airwaves. The social media game. So that's how Kantar helped. Now, eto yun, nako, generative AI. Nako, paano ito? Jay,
Yeah.
everybody's
Oh,
afraid.
yeah.
Everybody's talking about it.
Yeah, so
Um,
AI has become the buzzword over the last few years, no?
mm-mm,
And according to our research last year, a lot of consumers say that they don't like to be exposed to ads that are AI generated. So that's one study. On the other
mm.
hand, if you talk to marketers, about almost 40% of them said that kulang pa sila sa skills to really maximize the benefits of AI. So there's that there's that conversation happening. How fast do we adapt to AI? Is it really the right way? And how do we make sure that privacy and transparency is is kept so that
Mm.
consumers do not lose trust sa brand pag gumagamit na ng AI dating sa advertising. So it's really still an evolving trend. We still don't see the real path to how AI can really be maximized when it comes to marketing. But
Mm.
people are really looking at it and really finding ways on how to best deploy AI in terms of the marketing arena.
So you're now seeing probably in the next few years, you can see the generative AI being able to study the trends and
Mhm.
focus on what the consumers want. Ganun ba yung mangyari?
Yes, sir. So that's correct. So while AI is beneficial in terms of um, crunching data and providing you a lot of insights, when it comes to being reliable and trustworthy, may questions pa yung mga consumers. So marketers need to to still find a way of maximizing AI so that
Mm-mm.
consumers will still trust.
So there's still value pala when you do a person-to-person survey, consumer survey na talagang tao, no? Hindi yung hindi generative AI, ganun ba 'yun? Para bang you're still looking at the balance of making survey on consumers, real consumers, 'di ba? Ganun ba 'yun?
That's correct. Yes, sir.
Oo. So 'yun ang nangyayari. So should we be afraid of generative AI or this can be something that can be of being collaboration to help more mangyayari?
So long as we adhere, I think, to sort of what we say, responsible use of AI, I don't think we should be afraid, no? So, but wag lang ma-abuse.
Oo nga kasi regardless, it's still AI and humans are still humans, no? Parang gano'n. So, yun. And then the next one is actually sustainability and marketing must merge. How is this so, Jay?
So yeah, results from a lot of our studies say that consumers, 9 out of every 10 consumers are saying na if walang sustainability strategy yung brand or company, mahihirapan kami to support them moving forward. So what do we mean by sustainability? Being earth-friendly, being conscious of the use of resources, not using illegal labor, for example, in manufacturing, etc. So all of these factors are very important to the consumers nowadays, particularly yung tinatawag nilang woke generation, mga Gen Z, mga millennials. They are very careful before using or trusting a brand. They check kung ano yung sustainability strategies or policies. So that's important. Why is that important to marketers? According to our studies, the value of sustainability contributes about 193 billion globally.
Wow.
So it helps brands increase their value if they have a very good sustainable strategy.
But tama yun, no? Because nowadays people are saying, is this something that has helped a lot of the community, especially our environment?
Yes,
are they like fair trade? Yung fair
Correct.
trade. Are they paying the right minimum wage? Like for example, I know of a coffee shop wherein they say we use fair trade, and they really show that as a proof, no?
Yes.
Kasi mga tao ngayon para bang bibili ako ng product, but I want my product to be able to contribute. Ganun ba yun?
Correct, yes.
Parang hindi lang ako bibili ng sabon, but gusto ko yung sabon na pinibili ko ay nakakatulong sa mga ibang communities. Parang they're so attached now, no? Yes. Before myself, I like to look at my community. Ganon?
Yes, sir. So they're not just looking at their personal needs. They're also looking at, how my consumption impacts other stakeholders. So, and we've seen that, if brands do not follow that, in the news, without naming names, we've seen brands na malaman ng mga consumers na yung product pala nila is being produced by child labor. They really withdraw support. So it affects, the future of brands. Or if the jewelry is made from illegal mining or whatever, if it is used by deforestation. So mga ganong factors. And if it doesn't pay the communities right, it actually affects how consumers support or don't support a brand.
Pero that's a far cry from years ago, di ba? Nung araw, wala akong pakialam. I like this. I like it for myself. It makes me beautiful. It makes me feel good. But now, talagang magka-connect, no? Talagang eto bang product na ito ay sustainable in terms of pag nagbabaha at pag nakita yung mga product nila nasa baha, di ba? That affects, right? I mean, nakita ko yan sa remember the past year, di ba? Ang daming plastic. Ang daming plastic sa bay. Imagine mo if I'm the owner and na-focus yung brand ko
Oo.
at maraming plastic,
Oo.
naku, delikado yan, no?
Tama.
Parang
So,
ganon.
kaya yung aming prediction or at least the trend is kailangan yung sustainability and marketing have to go hand in hand. Cannot be separate anymore.
Exactly. Parang, ano na ngayon, ha? Iba na talaga ang trend natin ngayon talaga. Brands, top creator communities, yan.
Mhm.
Ano ba ito? Talagang they're now not looking at influencers or celebrity, but they're looking at content creators. Ganito ba yon?
Yes, sir. So, nagkaroon na rin ng shift. Dati, basta kilalang tao yung na-associate sa brand, tataas yung
Mm-mm.
consumption, maraming bibili. Kaya lang
Oo.
napansin nila, a lot of influencers and celebrities, pinagkakakitaan lang yung association with the brands. No? Not to generalize, but marami silang nakita. Hindi naman pala totoo eh. Ano lang, binabayaran pala yan or they make money but they're not really supporting this brand or really using this brand or they don't even believe in this cause. So,
Mm-mm.
nag-shift ngayon yung trend towards what they call content creators. So, these content creators are seen as more trustworthy, as more authentic, as more real to the consumer. So, and slowly they began to create their own communities. Like yourself, sir. I know you have more than 50,000 within your
Yeah.
community alone. So you're an example of a content creator and you have your own community. So the trend now is brands are seeing the power of these communities to help them grow their footprint globally. And in fact, a company called Goldman and Sachs in the US, they put a value. Sabi nila, the value of this industry is now $250 billion a year. And it will
Wow.
grow by double within the next 3 years. So it's a real opportunity for brands and for the creator communities to also benefit because it's an opportunity to really provide information and provide consumers with trustworthy and reliable information about brands. And
Mm-mm.
recently, as an example lang, dumating si Gordon Ramsay,
Yeah,
famous chef.
yeah. Gordon Ramsay, yeah, right.
And he wants to, he sees the opportunity in the Philippines to open more restaurants. What did he do? So that makilala siya lalo, nagpartner siya with local content creators, si Ninong Rai, si Juday,
Mm.
etc. And collaborated with some activities. So that naging viral tuloy si Gordon Ramsay sa Philippines. Yung mga hindi siya kilala, biglang na-curious, sino ba to si Gordon Ramsay? So by the time he opens new restaurants, he's sure na marami ng potential customers. So the value of partnering with content creators like yourselves is 5 times more versus the brand just doing their own
Yeah.
activities. No?
So yung the keyword is collaboration, no?
Yes,
Kumbaga,
sir.
you're not an island by yourself,
Yes, sir.
but you have to collaborate and knowing who to collaborate, you know? Para bang your branding must collaborate with somebody who really has that same value, no?
Correct.
Yun ang ano doon. I remember years ago there was a big hula baloo in the media, you know, mga radyo, television pa nung araw about the basketball team wherein it was being engaged by another food company. But one of the players apparently was seen in another competitor, you know, at it was really a big sort of like a scandal wherein, ay bakit gano'n? Di ba member yan ng basketball team? Bakit siya kumakain doon sa kabilang chain? You know, so that it affected a lot of the marketers, the advertising agency. Kasi ano yan when you have a team and you are endorsing a product, one team kayo, hindi pwedeng aalis ka doon kasi you're a member of the team, di ba? Ganon nangyayari dyan. So,
Tama kayo, sir.
so is this something that we are now asking a lot of people watching us that you can be a creator? You know, I mean, you can start that career. It's never too late, di ba, Jay?
That's totoo, sir. So, digital platforms have democratized or made it an equal opportunity environment nowadays. Hindi na kailangan meron kang special equipment, may studio ka, etc. So long as you have the right content and it's authentic to the community and your audience, then you have a chance to really make a difference.
Correct, correct. That's true. So yan ladies and gentlemen, hindi na yung porke ay artista siya, hindi. Meron pa ring chance. Talagang opportunity nga, sabi natin, there's always a room for opportunity. You just pay attention, di ba? So yan. Ito yun, naku, wake up and definitely not. Ito number 6 talagang ito, yan.
This one is also controversial, especially with the happenings in the United States right now. But you know, our studies across countries are saying mahalaga sa mga consumers na merong inclusivity strategy yung brands. So ano ba ibig sabihin natin inclusivity? That means conscious ka na, you know, people have differences. We have different races, different languages, different gender, etc. So that has to be taken into consideration when you do your marketing initiatives moving forward, because you know today's generations, particularly the Gen Zs, the millennials, the LGBTQ communities, all of these communities are looking at the brands to make sure na I will not associate myself with you, I will not support you if you go against our community, if you don't include my community. That includes people with disabilities, people with special needs. And then one study by the United Nations says that, you know, in the year 2050, 1 out of every 4 humans in the earth will be of African descent. So that's the developing market, the Africa. That's where they're looking at now. Dati Asia, now it's shifting slowly to Africa. So imagine that if you're a marketer, you're not sensitive to inclusivity, whether it's race, age, or whatever, you will suffer in the future because people will not feel aligned with your values. So inclusivity is another strategy that needs to be included in marketing communications.
So in other words, Jay, para bang pag nagkaroon ka ng content, make sure na walang tatamaan, di ba? Para bang it will not be misconstrued by certain group, or even the words, you know, marami tayong mga celebrities na tinamaan dyan, no? Nahihit agad sila ng mga, are you against this? Are you against this certain race? Di ba? Masyadong sensitive, no? Para bang...
Yeah, that's the word, sir.
Sensitive. It's so sensitive that you cannot just use any word or even a joke. The joke can turn around, you know, can flip your brand. Kung mga ganon, di ba?
Yeah.
So
can happen overnight. So that's the tama kayo, sir. The keyword is sensitivity. So we need marketers and anyone else, actually content creators, need to be very sensitive about, you know, how they speak, what content they produce, etc. Otherwise, you face the risk of backlash.
Oh, alam mo, just to give you a personal experience, I was reading a comment, you know, one of my interviews. And I so appreciate one of the viewers comment and said, you know, the host keeps talking too much. Aray, you know, but again, alam mo, it get you also learn, di ba? Para bang di ba ganon na? Kasi sabi niya, you know, the person being interviewed wants to say more, but the host keeps talking. So ngayon, teka, I learned something.
Yes, sir.
Diba? Ganun pala ka talagang ang ating mundo ngayon, di ba? So yon. So again, siguro Jade, importante, you know, you consider all this and the Africanization that you are now looking at the United Nations. So iba-iba na, no? Iba-iba na yung ating nangyayari, mga segments, no?
Correct. So again, I can imagine the stress levels and the challenges among marketers nowadays. It's no longer a one-size-fits-all strategy, unlike before na you talk about mass audience and mass communication. Gone are the days.
So lalo na yung mga disability, no, like something that you cannot play around, no? Like for example, you know, people used to joke nung araw, no, yung mga pipilay-pilay, yung mga ganun. Hindi na pwedeng yun because people are sensitive to that. It's sort of like yung dehumanizes them, di ba? Parang nangyayaring ganun. So this is something that the marketers should learn, no, and also the trend that we now see. The puzzle of slowing growth of talagang ito ba nangyayari na talaga, no, na na the puzzle of slowing growth populations,
Yes.
population
So,
growth.
dati-rate, narinig lang natin sa piling mga bansa like Japan, we say na tumatanda na yung mga Japanese or Koreans. But
Mm.
the last few years, globally, the United Nations has seen na for the first time in 50, 60 years, bumaba to less than 1% yung population growth. So that's actually a significant trend because that means that it's not just isolated to a particular country.
Mm.
Mas broad na yung effect ng population growth. While the Philippines is not yet in an immediate decline, we're already seeing acceleration. Ang sabi ng PSA, the Philippine Statistics Authority, in the next 6 years, more than 10% na of the Philippine population above 60 years old. So, what's the effect of an aging population sa brands or marketing? As a population ages, lumiliit yung new consumers na dumadating, which means your growth as a brand or as a product will also slow down as the population declines. So that means you need to again think of more ways. How do I make sure that my brand uh, can grow and exist moving forward when people are marrying later, people are having less children, and then yung purchasing power is shifting from the young to the senior population, meaning mas maliit na yung purchasing capabilities. So all of these factors need to be considered in the next few years so that brands can sustain their growth. So a lot of people talk about things like looking for underserved segments. So ano ba yung mga consumers na hindi pa nasa-serve? Let's target them. Or people
Mm.
look at how new uses of products can I develop. So minsan nag-expand yung dating for example Oreo dati cookies lang yan, now they're moving into ice cream to
Yes.
expand their product use. So again, to maintain their growth. So all of these strategies need to be looked at in order to address the slowing population growth globally.
So in other words, if your brand is actually meant for the young, dapat pag-aralan natin, the unserved population, no? Kasi like, if you notice, a lot of powdered drinks now are really focused on the senior or yung older generation, no? Nakikita ko ngayon, no? Para bang lahat nakafocus sila ngayon towards that because what the older generation wants is to get back their energy, no? Para bang kailangan ko ng energy as when I was 16, para bang kaya yun ang hinahanap ng mga tao ngayon. I don't want to have wrinkles. That's why a lot of ads right now are focused on anti-aging, di ba?
Yes.
Parang ganon. And reachable, hindi lang yung those who can afford, but anybody can afford. Para bang ngayon the marketers are trying to reach out and say hindi naman pangmayamang to, pangkalahatan to, di ba? So, yun ang nangyayari, no? Yun ang trend pala nangyayari ngayon. Kaya nakikita natin itong mga ads ngayon na lumalabas, no? And then they also use influencers who are also of middle age.
Correct, yeah. So,
Tama?
sir. So, they make sure na nakaka-identify yung consumer segment nila.
Oo. So, hindi na yung mga batang-bata, no? Na ngayon. So, nakaka-identify sila, nakaka-relate, no? Nagre-resonate, yun ang ano doon. Stretching the limits of innovation. Yeah. So how is this that two times chance of growth if you can find uses for your range? Ganun ba? Ano ba nangyayari dito?
So going back to your example, sir, yung milk powder, if they did not develop a milk powder for seniors, yung income nila would just be limited to the babies or to the kids. But now that they extended the product by innovating, so meron ng milk for diabetics, may milk for those with hypertension, and those who want to gain their vigor, may wellness milk. So by innovating and expanding their product range, they have the ability now to increase or double their business So that's where the innovation trend comes in. And again, I go back to the earlier example. Oreo and Ferrero, the chocolate
Oo.
company, have expanded into ice cream. Again, the goal is to really maximize the opportunities to grow their brand. So that's your examples earlier are ideal to illustrate and actually amplify this particular trend. Without innovation, brands will either stagnate or worse, decline moving forward because of one, competition, and two, emerging new needs and requirements of consumers.
Oo, parang nakikita ko ngayon para bang tama no, if you don't innovate, you either a sitting duck or just let things pass or you join the race no. Parang wala kang choice no. You cannot be status quo, di ba?
Yeah.
I've seen one eatery for the longest time, you know. Sabi ko, bakit hindi nag-innovate? You know, hanggang doon lang siya. Pero contented na yung may-ari. Pero naglalampas-lampasan na siya. And again, we have, for example, we have a member in PCCQI. Most of them are really, para bang na-challenge itong present mo ngayon dito, no? The limits of innovation, no? Kumbaga, wala namang problema, wala namang nagbabawal na to innovate, you know.
Yeah. So you're saying na don't fix it if it ain't broke does not apply to
doesn't apply now. Yeah. In other words, the question there, Jay, is what can I do? Why not? Di ba?
So your imagination needs to be always active para mag-succeed.
Mahirap maging entrepreneur these days, Jay, no? Para bang, you know, you're still sleeping and your mind is still working already 24/7. But, you know, in the beginning, in our experience, kasi there are people, entrepreneurs who say, I'm being laughed at Butch, being laughed at, crazy daw ako. Sabi ko, it's okay. People can call you crazy, but who will be the last one to go to the bank? Ikaw yung tatawa, no? This is something that, kasi takot ang tao. I think that's normal, Jay. No? Yung bang, ayoko kasi baka akong pagtawanan. Di ba?
Yes, sir. Actually, the challenge is yung comfort zone. Minsan, we're too, we feel too secure in our comfort zone. We don't want to risk anything. But that goes against us in the long run. So we've seen this in global companies. You know, Kodak is an example. Kodak used to be one of the biggest companies in the world, but they failed to innovate. They dismissed digital cameras and they did not they didn't see that as the way of the future. So what happened? Almost overnight, they disappeared as a brand.
Kaya, ang dami natin nakita na yung dating kilala biglang nawala. You know, cell phones, for example. Bakit araw kilala natin si Nokia, di ba? Pag sinabi, Nokia. Biglang whoop, you know, all of a sudden the Korean, the Japanese phone, the Chinese phone came up. But again, bumabalik na yun si Nokia.
Yeah, no? Because I think they learned the lesson of not innovating. So now they know that, you know, innovation is a continuous process. Otherwise, you know, you're gonna experience a lot of difficulties.
Yeah. So even the way of teaching, di ba, Jay? Dati, nung araw, face-to-face. Ngayon, merong online, may hybrid. Minsan, di mo na alam kung ano nangyayari na ngayon, no? Kung ang mga estudyante ba nakakapag-aral o...
and even in face-to-face, you know, the attention deficit is a challenge to learners nowadays. Di ba, sir? Dati, pag pumasok ka sa classroom, lahat pays attention to you, even if you lecture for an hour. Ngayon, 10 minutes ka pa lang nagsasalita, everyone's already uneasy. You see their body language. So the challenge is how do I maintain their attention, no? And that. So those things. So even teaching needs to have innovation.
Yeah, I know you're a part-time teacher in UAP. How do you keep your students glued to you? I mean, the first.
Yes, sir. So I actually teach a 3-hour class. So imagine the challenge.
Wow.
So and I have Gen Z students. So you need to be both a comedian, an actor, a lecturer, etc. Have a lot of activities, make them moving around. You can't just do lecture for 3 hours. So it's really a challenge to innovate.
So ngayon, pagiging teacher pala ngayon hindi lang lesson plan. Diba? Yung lesson plan na ginasabit mo. But you also have to think, how do I look before my students? What kind of crack and jokes? Diba? Yung mga ganon. Even us, when we give seminars, the first few minutes, we have to capture the audience or else the audience. Lalo ngayon, no? Ang hilig ng tao ngayon gumamit talaga yung nagsasalita ka, pero mga nakayuko. Yung mga gumagamit ng cellphone, yung mga nakayuko, para bang frustrating for a speaker, but you cannot stop them, you know, di ba? Yun ang nakikita ko ngayon So, wow, fantastic. Again, innovation is the must word, no? Yan ang importante ngayon, no? Yan, retail media, yan, ako. Nagbabago na ngayon, no, Jay? Retail media networks.
Yes, sir. So, again, a lot of our studies show na hindi na sapat na basta ka lang sa traditional media platforms magko-communicate sa consumer. No? Dati kasi, pag may TV ad ka, okay na yan. May radio ad ka or nasa dyaryo ka. Nowadays, you know, the emerging trend is even the retailers. So when I talk about retailers, I mean supermarkets, groceries, shops, etc., fast food companies, they're now also becoming what they call touch points. So they are becoming communication platforms on themselves. And the trend is, in the US at least, about 25% of advertising budgets are now expected to be invested in retail media. And this year, 41% of marketers globally say, I will put my money and make sure I have advertising in retail media outlets. So this includes not just yung mga natatandaan natin, yung mga what we call POS, yung mga posters in the supermarket, gondola, etc. Nowadays, medyo meron na tayo nakikita TV screens sa mga supermarkets or retail outlets. They now have their own apps. And then they also have the power to use your database, yung mga rewards or loyalty membership cards nila. They now see the value of, you know, targeting you with messages, whether SMS or whatever, to offer you, we have a discount, we have a sale, or there's a new product. And then they have e-commerce sites. So even Lazada and Shopee became very powerful nowadays in terms of advertising platforms. So that's another trend. Again, marketers need to consider having a retail media strategy to keep abreast with competition and to also keep pace with, you know, evolving consumers. Kasi yun yung tinatawag nila the last mile. And the consumer is about to purchase it. So you need to have a chance to influence them, and the retail media is a way of influencing consumers.
Tsaka yung brand, yung brand loyalty ngayon, ang hirap hawakan, no? Para bang bibili ka na lang ng product na yun, tapos bigla kang yung mata mo makikita mo doon sa isang product shelf na mas maganda ito, o mas mura ito, you know, they compare. Like the US, they're very, very, kumbaga blunt sila, mag-comparison sila, you know? Dito, brand A, brand B, you know, talagang mas value for money, mas endorse nito. Para bang, by the time you touch that product, minsan magbabalik, yung bang, ay, balik ko muna ito, mas mura ata. Di ba? May mga consumer ako nakikita na supermarket, no? Pag billing ganon, ay, ayoko, gusto ko ata dito. Hanggang hindi nakakalabas ng cashier, hindi ka sigurado.
Correct.
Di ba? So, this is something na hindi lang yung hahabulin ka ng mga promodizers, no? Pero yung, in fact, ito challenging ito ngayon, Jay, no? Sa atin, no? Yung promodizers are the ones who should be telling people, di ba? This is very important, ha?
Yes.
They're not just there to stand and say, anong gusto nyo? Anong bibilin nyo? Iba na no? Iba na yung mga script nila.
Yes,
no?
Because tama kayo, sir, yung brand loyalty is now becoming a challenge to maintain among consumers kasi yun, until they get to the checkout counter, every other competitor has an opportunity to steal them from you.
Oh, kumbaga, you're in the sea of consumer marketing. Pag lumabas ka na sa checkout, sino winner? Para bang it's a race, no? It's a race na talagang importante. Kaya nga packaging and then value for money, you know, ang dami talaga i-consider, no?
Yes.
Even the food courts nowadays, they also have a very, very strategic way of catching people. No? And more on online, di ba? Kaya nga nakita natin yung mga online sellers, no? Halos nagkakaroon sila ng comedy, but again, they focus on the product, yun ang importante doon. Live streaming, alive and kicking. Ayan. So, ano-anong nakikita natin yan? Ang dami talaga nagla-live streaming na, no? Yung mga ganon. Small and medium brands are really kicking it up. So, this is something that probably we need to talk about. The live streaming. A lot of people are now doing a lot of live streaming, no?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, particularly in China, which is a case study that we made last year, it's quite a very big industry already, and it's now becoming an influence to other markets. Yung strategy of live streaming. Sa atin, ang tawag natin live selling. People go on Facebook or on YouTube and sell by doing a live video. So it's becoming such a important part of e-commerce that our studies say it can actually provide incremental growth up to 15% sales to a brand. And also drive interest. And it's also an equalizer. Again, yung discussion natin earlier about being a content creator. Now, even if you're a small entrepreneur, I'm just selling peanut butter, or I'm selling bread, or I have a in-home bake shop, live streaming can help you increase your sales without requiring a lot of investment at the start. So it's democratizing how we sell nowadays. So it's quite a very interesting trend.
Pero ang important dito yung training, yung bang the ability to have that personality. Kasi iba nahihiya humarap sa camera. Pero sabi ko nga, if you don't have confidence, how can you sell your product? No? If I'm selling a franchise, how can I sell my franchise if I leave it to a staff to do? No? Kasi entrepreneurs nowadays have to be personalized. Yun ang nakikita kong trend na people who are owners, when they approach people, sigurado sure sale yan. People who are employees, who are probably selling, they don't sell with much gusto eh.
Yeah.
Di ba? Kasi ang thinking ko ngayon, Jay, is that people want to see sino ba si Jay as an entrepreneur? Ano ba yung mga challenges niya? Bakit siya nagtayo ng ganitong business? Yung they're able to relate, no? The values. So, iba na mundo natin ngayon. Hindi na pwedeng advertisement na one full page.
No. You need to really understand how the consumers behave and align with them. Otherwise, may iwanan ka talaga. So, going to your point, there's this celebrity, si Maricar Reyes. She set up a baking business. But what she does is, as you mentioned, she actually personally delivers from time to time her products to her customer. So imagine when I bought a cake and then dadating si Maricar Reyes, a celebrity, delivering the cake to you in person. So that says a lot about the credibility of her products. No?
Parang nagkakaroon ng starstruck.
Correct.
I think, di ba? Para bang the person himself or herself, siya mismo nagpunta doon. Para bang, and word of mouth, I guess the power of the word of mouth, Jay, di ba? Malakas pa rin, no?
Yeah, definitely. Actually, in terms of trust, based on our studies, word of mouth is still number one among consumers when it comes to trusting about information about any product or service. If it comes from a family or friend, the information, the level of trust is high.
So yun. So Jay, wow, ang dami nating pinag-uusapan ngayon ng trend. But give us 3 points na lang na, for example, the people who are now watching, how will they now approach approaching Kantar to boost my growth, my company, and people who are now looking at creating their own business from a corporate. Ano mga mapapayo mo, Jay, with this trend that we are now seeing?
Yeah, well, the first thing I think is as you mentioned earlier, if you're a business owner, whether small, medium, or large, your confidence and um your time that you spend on the business is important. That's not one. The second is you need to understand your consumer on all aspects. No, hindi pwedeng one-sided lang yung ano natin, not just the demographics, not just their you need to understand their personality, yung kabuuan ng mga consumers mahalaga, so that you know their needs, their pain points, and you can address them well, and they will then gravitate towards you. And then for the third, have confidence in yourself and your product, understand your consumer, and don't be afraid to seek help. Whether sa Kantar, we have socialized services. No, we can cater to a small business up to a large company. But yun siguro the three things: believe in yourself, understand your consumer, and have all the necessary information to help your business or your brand.
Yeah, Jay, one last thing. How can people get in touch with you if they have, they want to have queries, they want to get in, connect with you? How can they get in touch?
Yeah, I'm on LinkedIn. So if you're on LinkedIn, you can just search for me, JD Bautista at Kantar. On social media, I'm also there. Facebook, Instagram, X, Threads, etc. So just Google. I'm sure you'll be able to find me.
Yeah. One last thing, you mentioned about being in different social. May mga entrepreneurs na, ay, gusto ko lang ganito, gusto lang Facebook. But ano nakikita mo in order to boost the business? Should they be in all media platforms, or should they say one size fits all? Ganun ba yun?
Well, so gone are the days that one size fits all. We also have. Thank you for bringing that up. Our studies show that depending on the generation or the consumer segment that you want to engage, iba-iba yung media platforms. So if you want to talk to Gen Z, TikTok.
TikTok, yan. Oh, yan. TikTok. Kaya hindi maalis-alis yan sa Amerika tuloy ngayon.
Correct. Yeah, there's a lot of controversy. If you want to talk to millennials, they're still on Facebook and TikTok. If you want to talk to Gen X or Threads is part of that. Facebook is a catch-all, but more of the boomers nasa Facebook nowadays. So, again, you need to understand where your consumers are at so that you can communicate.
And LinkedIn, how about the
LinkedIn? Most professionals, the small, medium enterprises are on LinkedIn and also on Facebook and TikTok. So,
fantastic. So, there's another one, Blue Sky.
Yeah, Blue Sky is becoming an alternative to Facebook. I think it's gaining popularity in the US because of the policies, the recent policies that Meta has introduced.
And how about YouTube? YouTube kasi people are say, ayoko na maglagay sa YouTube ng videos, just reels or short.
Okay.
Ganun ba yun? Ang dami kasi, no? May reels, may shorts.
May short form, may long form.
Oo.
So, YouTube is also very important platform, especially for those who are into content, like those who want or watch catch-up sa news, catch-up sa telenovela, or studying a particular topic, food, travel. So important pa rin. It's not just about reels. It's really understanding what content people are consuming and aligning with that.
So fantastic. The world is ever evolving. No time for boring moments, right, Jay? Para bang lahat nag-e-evolve parati. So yun ang ating nangyayari ngayon. So let's thank Jay Bautista for having us this kind of moments, this conversation. Jay has provided a lot, no, for our viewers in this Business Mentor Talk. So, yeah, Jay, thank you very much for bringing us to this 2025. I'm sure with this 2025 trends, entrepreneurs will really be gung-ho, but don't sit back and let things pass by, because di ba tama, Jay, opportunities never come back, right?
That's correct. Yes, that's correct, sir. I agree 100%. Thank you very much for allowing me this opportunity to share Kantar Media and Kantar's trends for 2025. I wish all the entrepreneurs and the brand owners who are watching good luck on your all of your endeavors.
Okay, thank you very much.
Maraming salamat.